The PAH S1 hyperbaric chamber system is a Class B monoplace hyperbaric chamber designed to treat one patient up to a maximum operating pressure of 3 atmospheres absolute, or 29.4 pounds per square inch gauge. The chamber may be pressurized with either oxygen or air, whichever gas is chosen for pressurizing the chamber atmosphere. The opposite gas can automatically be supplied to built-in mask assembly inside the chamber. Pan America Hyperbaric's PAH S1 hyperbaric chamber system has FDA clearance to provide therapy to those patients with selected medical conditions that have been determined to respond to the application of hyperbaric oxygen. As a Class II prescriptive device, it is further intended for physician involvement in its procurement and routine use. The PAH S1 hyperbaric chamber system has innovative design features such as ability to compress with oxygen or air, quick stop pressurization control, dual locking door cam for extra safety, and a digital 19-inch HD LED TV with built-in DVD player. The PAH S1 chamber is an FDA-approved medical device that is designed, fabricated, assembled, tested, and installed in accordance with the following codes and standards. This section will introduce components of the chamber and how to safely operate the chamber. The multi-positional control panel is mounted on a swing arm. This control panel houses multiple knobs, switches, and valves that control specific functions for safely operating the chamber system. There is also the chamber control panel, which may be located on the right or left side of the chamber. It also houses multiple knobs, switches, and valves that control specific functions for safely operating the chamber system. The gurney system is used to transfer patient into the chamber and designed for patient comfort. Release the gurney safety pin by pulling pin upward and gently transfer patient into the chamber until the safety pin re-engages. Please be careful and make sure not to pinch or crush any patient monitoring leads, IV tubing, clothing, patient grounding cord, and breathing mask tubing in the chamber door or in the gurney rollers. To transfer patient out of the chamber, release gurney safety pin by pulling pin upward and slowly pull the bunk bed onto gurney until safety pin re-engages. The maximum patient weight limit for gurney is approximately 500 pounds. Please exercise precaution during transferring, loading, and unloading patients to and from treatment. Always use proper techniques to ensure both patient and staff safety. Once patient is in the chamber, slowly close the chamber door. Rotate the door handle until the door safety pin inserts into the orifice in the top cam. After insertion, pull the handle away from the chamber to ensure the door is secured. Please note, if the door safety pin is not properly inserted into the orifice in the top cam, readjust door handle until the door safety pin inserts into the orifice in the top cam. Confirm by pulling the handle away from the chamber to ensure the door is secured. The chamber is equipped with a second interlocking safety pin that is inserted into the chamber door once pressurization begins. At the beginning of pressurization, the chamber operator should always visually check to ensure the pin is completely inserted into the lower door cam. The bottom door safety pin is fully recessed when 1. All pressure has been exhausted from the chamber, 2. Chamber pressure gauge indicates 0 psi, and lastly, the chamber pressure indicator is black. The main switch is the primary control switch to engage chamber for normal operation. To engage chamber, twist a quarter of a full turn in clockwise direction. When engaged, gas supply pressure indicator will turn yellow. To disengage chamber, simply twist the key a quarter of a full turn in a counterclockwise direction. There are 3 settings to choose from: operation, emergency, and off. Select operation position for standard chamber pressurization, patient treatment, and depressurization. Turn the operation mode switch to the off position if the depressurization rate seems to stop or slows down around 1 psi. This will help in venting remaining volume of gas from the chamber. Always turn the operation mode switch to off before opening the chamber door. Emergency setting is to be used in conjunction with emergency ventilation button. The emergency ventilation button is used to provide rapid depressurization of the chamber during an emergency. The emergency vent button should be pressed intermittently to avoid too rapid of a decrease in chamber pressure, thus increasing the risk of an overpressurization injury to the patient. Serious injury or death may occur to a person inside the chamber if the emergency ventilation button is pushed and held continuously in the activated position. The emergency ventilation button should be pushed and held intermittently until the chamber reaches surface pressure. The set pressure gauge indicates the maximum design pressure for chamber compression. The desired chamber pressure is selected by utilizing the set pressure control. Measurements are displayed in 3 different units: atmosphere absolute, pound per square inch, and feet of seawater. Set pressure control is used to set desired pressure inside the chamber. To compress chamber, turn the knob clockwise until the gauge needle aligns with the marking for desired pressure. Chamber will compress to the set pressure. To decompress chamber, turn the knob counterclockwise until the gauge needle aligns with the marking for desired pressure. Chamber will decompress to the set pressure. The quick stop pressurization switch has 2 positions, on and off position. Select the on position to enable gas supply to the chamber. During compression or decompression of the chamber, the flow of gas may be stopped by turning the switch to the off position. This switch may be utilized to provide a quick stop should a patient experience discomfort during the pressurization or depressurization phase of a treatment. The off position should prevent potential loss of chamber pressure. The chamber may be pressurized with either oxygen or air with a single switch. Whichever gas is selected as the chamber supply gas, the opposite gas will be delivered to the patient breathing mask. The cycle counter provides easy tracking of chamber usage. The counter's numerical value increases each time the chamber is pressurized. Pan America Hyperbaric Chamber utilizes an advanced variable rate control that allows chamber to pressurize and depressurize at various rates. The rate control may be increased or decreased as needed to achieve the desired rate, time, throughout pressurization or depressurization. Always begin a treatment with the rate at the minimum setting and then increase as needed. The rate should not be increased if the patient cannot tolerate the change in pressure or temperature inside the chamber. To pressurize the chamber, turn the pressurization rate controller dial clockwise to select the desired rate. To depressurize the chamber, turn the rate control dial to the desired setting or to the minimum setting as needed before decreasing the set pressure control. The chamber pressure gauge displays the current pressure of the atmosphere inside the chamber. The pressure is expressed in feet of seawater, atmosphere absolute, and pound per square inch. When chamber pressurization or depressurization is completed, the chamber pressure gauge should equal that of the set pressure gauge. If there is any difference in the 2 gauges, immediately contact Pan America Hyperbaric's technical support team. The chamber pressure indicator will turn green when the pressure inside the chamber is approximately 1 psi. Confirm chamber pressure indicator is turned fully black. Chamber pressure gauge displays 0 psig. The operation mode switch is set to the off position and the bottom door safety pin is fully recessed before opening the chamber door. The ventilation flow control is located on chamber control panel. To increase the amount of gas exhausting from the chamber, simply turn the ventilation control knob counterclockwise. To decrease chamber ventilation, turn the control knob clockwise. Ventilation should always be provided during a treatment. The recommended minimum ventilation rate is 100 liter per minute. It will help reduce the temperature and hasten gas exchange inside the chamber during pressurization. Chamber operator must provide a minimum ventilation flow rate of 90 to 100 liter per minute. The ventilation flow meter indicates the amount of gas being exhausted from the chamber in unit of liter per minute. The gauge should correspond with the setting of the ventilation flow control. Opening gas sampling flow rate control from chamber introduces gas flow from the chamber to the oxygen analyzer. Turn the control counterclockwise to open the valve. To close the valve, turn the control clockwise. Ensure this valve is closed when analyzing gas from the patient breathing mask. Opening gas sampling flow rate control from mask introduces gas flow from patient breathing mask to the oxygen analyzer. Turn the control counterclockwise to open the valve. To close the valve, turn the control clockwise. Ensure this valve is closed when analyzing gas from the chamber. The gas sampling flow meter indicates the flow rate in unit of liter per minute. It indicates flow rate from gas sampling flow rate controls of either chamber or patient breathing mask. The recommended flow rate for any gas supply to the oxygen analyzer is 0.6 liter per minute. The mask gas supply control is labeled air. To open gas supply valve to patient breathing mask, simply by turning the control counterclockwise, and to close the valve, turn the control clockwise. This control valve is assigned to adjust the air supply for the mask. When the chamber is compressed with oxygen, air will automatically be supplied to the mask. The mask gas supply control is labeled oxygen. To open the valve, simply by turning the control counterclockwise, and to close the valve, turn the control clockwise. This control valve is assigned to adjust the oxygen supply for the mask. When the chamber is compressed with air, oxygen will automatically be supplied to the mask. The flow meter indicates flow rate of supply corresponding to the mask gas supply control. The recommended minimum flow rate for a patient breathing mask is 15 liter per minute. To open the valve, simply by turning the control counterclockwise, and to close the valve, turn the control clockwise. The manual pressurization control allows the chamber operator to pressurize the chamber manually when the primary pneumatic control system malfunctions. Slowly turn the manual pressurization control counterclockwise to provide gas for pressurization. Opening or closing the valve will adjust the rate. Open the ventilation flow control to provide adequate chamber ventilation. To stabilize or maintain pressure in the chamber, simply adjust the manual supply and the ventilation rate until a balance in pressure is achieved. For manual depressurization, close the manual pressurization control and adjust the ventilation flow control to achieve the desired safe rate of decompression. The blower valve controls both of the adjustable vents inside the chamber. During pressurization, the patient may feel warm inside the chamber. Opening the valve will provide gas flow to make a patient feel cooler during treatment. To increase the flow, turn the knob counterclockwise. To decrease the flow, turn the knob clockwise. Standard oxygen tubing connects to this outlet to provide flow to the mask. Connect tubing for patient breathing mask and insert tubing into connection on the chamber. Confirm tubing is secure. This can be adjusted by the mask gas supply. Connect patient grounding cord to the patient and insert cord into connection on the chamber. Confirm cord is secure. To ensure proper grounding, the chamber must always remain grounded to the facility's grounding system. This concludes the PAH S1 hyperbaric chamber system training. The operation procedure should also be adapted in accordance with the facility's own methods and requirements. The hyperbaric facility's safety director should approve any and all chamber operating procedures prior to use of the chamber by any person or entity. Remember, safety always has priority when using the chamber and its system.